Action.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Be seated.
What happened after Piggy's death?
Right after Piggy's death, we continued arguing. I continued arguing with Jack. Then he started to jab me with a spear, I believe, and then I started to run for my life.
Were they chasing you after? Were they chasing you the day after Piggy's death in the wood?
Yes, they were, and they tried to burn me out. Luckily, I was saved by the naval officer that had arrived on the beach.
What happened the night of Simon's death?
Night of Simon.
The question's already been asked.
Sustained.
So no further questions.
Oh.
Is that right? Okay. Despina, you need to invite them, okay? Let them know. Oh, okay.
Hello, Ralph. Why did you abandon Piggy when he needed you most? The event I'm talking about is when the boulder was falling and you jumped out of the way. You left Piggy.
Well, I was trying to save my life.
Do you think your life is more important than Piggy's? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Objection! That cannot be known.
Objection, Your Honor. This is not a real objection.
Objection. I have a question to ask you.
What?
I have a question.
Hold on. You can't do that.
Honor, your question is. She's not saying real objection. She's only making statements and trying to add in her own point of view.
You mean Matt. Okay. Sustained. I mean,
You should tell them to change.
you need to. You can't make statements or add any new evidence when you object.
I'm asking a question.
So you just have to wait for your turn. Wait for your turn.
You can ask a question.
Not right there.
Yeah, it does.
There you go on. Okay. Why did you join the dance that resulted in Simon's death?
Well, because of peer pressure. And you got that incorrectly. It did cause Simon's death, but just because I was part of the dance doesn't mean I killed Simon.
Why would you always say that you were chief and nothing else?
Well, because I was chief. I was elected chief fairly at the beginning. More people voted for me, but later the tribe split and more people went with Jack.
Jack was driven to savagery. When you arrived, he was normal, and he supported you. And while saying on page 42, he agreed with you. He said, I agree with Ralph. We've got to have rules, obey them. After all, we are not savages. We are English, and English are the best at everything. So we've got to do the right things. Do you know what pushed him over the edge?
Yes. Well, I think on several occasions, such as the time when he went hunting for the pig with his hunters and he abandoned the fire, I got really mad at him because he wasn't doing the tasks he was supposed to.
Do you think the way you lashed out at him, could that have been what pushed him over the edge? The embarrassment?
Even
This
if
is shame.
I might not have meant for him to get that mad, but I was trying to correct his mistakes.
Once you crash landed, did Roger and Jack both help in ways more than Piggy, for example?
Well, yes.
Do you really believe that Jack and Roger's survival instincts will transfer back to the real world, say a sandbox?
Well, I don't think they're survival instincts, but they're malicious habits will.
Can you name the malicious habits?
Well, such as Roger liking to inflict pain on people, similar with Jack.
Am I wrong in saying he never really meant to inflict pain? When he threw rocks at other boys, he aimed to miss. Am I right?
Yes,
Thank
but
you.
that
I have no further questions.
May I ask the defense attorney?
where you gotta go next if you don't win.
All right, prosecution, you have further questions. Go ahead.
You said that you asked Ralph that he was part of the chanting and he might be the part of the killing. Later on in the book, it is explained that he regretted to be part there. However, Jack and his tribe did not. Does that explain anything?
Well, why are you asking the defense this? We're the attorneys. But I would like to say that he said on page 157, don't you understand, Piggy, the things we did, that means they did do it. It does not matter, I'm sorry, but it does not matter how they feel about it. It matters if they do it.
He was as much part of it as it was Roger and Jack. He joined in. He was not asked to. He was not forced to.
Yes.
Please, we answer your question.
I did the.
If they don't have a question for the witness, they need to move it along.
I have a few questions for the witness.
You can ask up to 2. Yeah.
You can only ask 3. Your Honor, is it right if you can only ask 3 questions to the reader?
Yes.
Okay then. Ralph, I have 3 questions for you. Was Roger and Jack with the group that had killed Simon?
Objection, Your Honor. The question's already been asked.
This is to a different witness.
No, it's not. We have to drop that.
And so did you.
What exactly happened that night?
Which
Objection, Your Honor. This
When-
question has already been asked.
Sustained.
What happened?
We asked.
Can we pause this and I have a question?
No. Okay, last question, Matt. Just read that. Get him off. He's got it.
Prosecution, do you have any questions?
Yes. Would you consider the boys in Jack's tribe savages?
I would not consider all, but I will consider most, including Jack and Roger.
That's it.
Okay, you.
All of my questions, Your Honor.
Prosecution. Go, go.
But you have to ask it.
We already asked. That's
No, that's it. Thank you. You may step down. Prosecution.
Prosecution, do you have any witnesses?
We would like to call Simon to the stand.
Definitely true.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I
Help
do.
you God?
I did.
Objection, Your Honor. He made a face at us. You don't like that.
That's improper.
Everyone needs to follow the rules of your court.
He was making a face at us.
Objection. Improper
That's an
objection.
improper objection.
We're gonna move this. Despina, get them to move along.
Okay. Simon, I have a few questions for you. First question. Before your death, exactly what did you do?
I went climbing the mountain and I saw well, at least I remember seeing the Lord of the Flies, and after that I discovered the body of the beastie, which was actually a dead man in a parachute. I went running back to the beach to try to tell the others that what I discovered.
Interesting. How did you die? Exactly.
Well, I died, as I told you, I was running back to the beach during, it was the night, and when the others, I don't know if they recognized me, but they ran with me with spears and went through me with spears, and I died, fell into the water. That's on page 212.
That is all my questions, Your Honor.
So, Your Honor, There is no page 212.
It is from the PDF version from
Okay.
Lord of the Flies.
It's from a different version.
Simon, why did you stay away from the other boys?
I wanted to go to the forest to be beauty.
Little louder, guys.
Yeah, and it's already been. Is this you before you were killed?
Yes.
Did the boys who killed you put you out of your misery on the island? You seem to be miserable.
Well, of course, as many of the others, I was hungry and I had enough of being on this island. But it is true that, like any people, I always liked to hang on to life. And I always had my hope of getting back to my home.
Okay. Why did you tell Ryle on page 111 you'll get back to where you came from? What did you mean by that?
I meant that I was sure that someday I'll get back to my home with my family because I still had hope.
Alright. Do you blame the boys who killed you for killing you?
Well, everything went quite quickly, but I guess it was evening and I wasn't very visible, even if I think they could have recognized me.
Are you at peace?
Yes.
Last question. Do you wish to get revenge on the boys for killing you?
No.
Any of them?
No.
Thank you.
Prosecution, do you have any other questions?
No.
You may step up.
We would like to call Simon Eric.
Sam and Eric to the stand. Let us bring one more chair.
Before you are seated, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You may be seated.
Were you a part of Simon's death?
In some ways, yes.
Is it true that Jack was torturing you to tell where Ralph was hiding and to join his tribe?
You could call it torture, as me and Eric were brutally wounded, as we saw right in front of our eyes as a rock was dropped on Piggy's head and he fell into the chasm.
Isn't that right, Eric?
Yes. I have no further questions,
Hello, Sam. Hello there.
Hi.
So, we already know that you did take part in Simon's murder. Did you oppose the idea of hunting?
We thought it was a way to get out there because even though we agreed with Ralph, we still wanted to have fun like Jack. So we were like split in between staying with Ralph and going with Jack.
When you got down from the mountain after you saw the beast, who believed you, Jack or Ralph?
Jack believed us most, and Ralph, he was skeptical.
He didn't really support you. Jack almost tried to comfort you, saying, "We will hunt down the beast, we will kill it." But Ralph was saying that, no, there probably wasn't a beast. Is this correct, Sam?
Yes.
Who took more action when it came to the beast? Which tribe gave you meat? Why did you two break into a fight in chapter 10?
Well, from my point of view, it was sort of like I don't know, like, even though we're twins and we think alike, it doesn't mean everything we agree on.
Okay, and related to the past questions, which tribe from this evidence saying that he gave you meat, he gave you almost protection, and he believed you, versus Ralph's tribe where they told you what to do, didn't listen to your opinions, and never give you anything but rotten old bananas? Which tribe would, from that point of view, be better? Thank you. I have no further questions.
Prosecution team, do you have any questions about the witnesses? You may step out.